We gon' get thanks and praises to this morning. Oh yeah, to the Almighty God. To the Almighty God. Oh yes, to the Almighty glorious green God.
Yes, sir. The Almighty God again. Yes, sir.
Whatever you say.
Living for the profit. Are you living for the profit? Oh, the profit. Living for the profit. Profit. You can claim your love is pure, yet refuse to walk his walk. Can act as if aboard, but you live your life like that. How could you lead your flock astray? Might well lead them off a cliff, 'cause you're living for the profit. Not the profit. Living for the profit, 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 not the profit. You may violence stand for peace, yet you stir the seeds of strife. Claim your faith will never cease, yet you live a double life. How could you offer hope so thin, like a shadow cast at night? 'Cause you're in it for the profit, not the profit. Living 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 for the profit, not the profit. You do practice what you preach, not too lost to be for sure. You keep spouting what you need, as we all listen in awe. How could anything that you say ever lead the lamb to Christ? 'Cause you're living for the profits, not the profit. Living for
need all y'all to get together and get your money, get your pocketbooks together. Because God has told me He needs me to have this one specific thing so I can travel the world. I need a private jet.
living for the profit, not the profit. 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 For the profit, not the profit. Living for the profit, not the profit.
For such men are false apostles, deceitful workmen, disguising themselves as apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for even Satan disguised himself as an angel of light. So it is no surprise for his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. Their end will correspond with their deeds.